You're having a totally normal day. You decide to record a quick voice note. Or maybe you're meticulously editing a video for social media. You nail the delivery. You feel confident. So you hit playback. The absolute split second that audio hits your ears, you physically wince. A wave of horror washes over you. You sit there staring at your phone, listening to this slightly nasal, pitchy stranger, wondering where on earth they came from. Why does the voice inside your head sound like a smooth, late-night radio DJ, while the phone captures a cartoon character? Somewhere between your vocal cords and your ear, your own brain is filtering out the truth. Sound is a purely mechanical event. When you speak, your vocal cords vibrate, physically shoving the air molecules in your throat forward and creating a wave of fluctuating pressure. Your outer ear acts as a biological satellite dish, catching and funneling those specific air pressure waves down the ear canal until they hit a dead end. That dead end is the eardrum. It vibrates in sync with the air, transferring its energy to 3 microscopic bones in the middle ear. These tiny bones operate as a mechanical amplifier, condensing the force and punching it deeper into the skull. The signal finally reaches a fluid-filled, snail-shaped organ called the cochlea. As the amplified waves ripple through this fluid, they bend microscopic sensory hairs, translating that physical mechanical energy into an electrical pulse your brain can read. This sequence, air conduction, is how you process 99.9% of the external world. A barking dog, a car horn, or your best friend talking across a table all follow these exact physical rules. When you are the one doing the speaking, the rules change. You are hearing yourself in stereo, processing 2 completely independent biological pathways at the exact same millisecond. The first path is standard air conduction, but the second relies on bone conduction. Your vocal cords are physically anchored in your neck. As they buzz, they send physical vibrations radiating through your jaw and your skull. Solid, dense materials transmit low-frequency, heavy bass sounds efficiently, while high-pitched wavelengths lose energy almost immediately in solid matter. It's the same physics as standing outside a concrete nightclub. The air can't carry high-pitched synthesizers through the brick walls, but you feel the heavy bass traveling through the solid pavement and into your chest. Your skull functions as a biological subwoofer. It selects the deep, resonant frequencies of your voice and boosts them before the signal ever hits your inner ear. Your internal monologue relies on a rich, bass-heavy acoustic illusion. Microphones are built to mimic the human eardrum. They use a thin internal diaphragm to catch only the vibrations traveling through the air. But a phone lacks a physical skeleton. It has no physical link to the dense bones of your skull, meaning it is entirely isolated from your internal bone conduction. The wide, bass-heavy frequencies vibrating in your jawbone never reach the device. They are physically trapped inside the mass of your body. When you hit playback, you hear your voice through isolated air conduction for the first time. Without your skull adding that heavy bass, the audio sounds thinner and pitchier. The microphone records the exact air pressure waves that manage to leave your face. This recording is the objective truth of how the entire world has always heard you. This phenomenon, voice confrontation, triggers a violently negative emotional reaction because it forces a shift from physics into psychology. Humans are biologically hardwired for the mere exposure effect. Our brains prefer things simply because they are familiar. Since infancy, you have only ever heard your bass-heavy skull voice. You have built your self-image around that specific sound. It's the same reason people hate photos of themselves. You spend your life seeing a flipped mirror image. When a camera captures your true, unflipped face, your brain detects the mismatch and flags it as an error. The cringe is your brain experiencing the uncanny valley of the self. It is aggressively rejecting an external reality that contradicts its comfortable internal model. You are the only person on the planet cringing. Your friends and family are immune to your internal cognitive dissonance. The outside world has only ever known your air-conducted voice. They associate that exact pitch with your sense of humor, your intelligence, and your warmth. To get past the cringe, use exposure therapy. Stop muting your editing timelines and start actively listening to your own voice notes. With repeated exposure, the brain updates its internal software. It learns the new acoustic pattern and begins to accept the recorded voice as a valid representation of the self. The next time you hear a recording and want to throw your phone out a window, take a breath, forgive the microphone, and blame your skull.